Greetings, seekers of spiritual wisdom. Today, we explore the profound and transformative topic of how energy moves within our bodies during spiritual practices. This knowledge is not just theoretical, it's a key to unlocking deeper levels of awareness and spiritual growth. Energy, the life force that flows through all living things, is the foundation of our existence. In spiritual practices, we learn to harness and direct this energy, creating profound shifts in our consciousness and our very being. Understanding how this energy moves can enhance our spiritual practices and accelerate our evolution. We begin by recognizing that our bodies are not just physical entities, but complex energy systems. Ancient wisdom traditions have long understood this, describing various energy centers and pathways within the body. Modern science is now catching up, acknowledging the electromagnetic nature of our cells and the bioelectric fields that surround us. When we engage in spiritual practices, whether it's meditation, yoga, prayer, or energy work, we're essentially working with these subtle energy systems. We're learning to sense, direct, and transform the flow of energy within and around us. The first key concept to grasp is that energy follows attention. Where we focus our mind, energy naturally flows. This is why concentration is such a crucial aspect of many spiritual practices. By directing our attention to specific areas of our body or to particular thoughts or visualizations, we're actually guiding the flow of life force energy. Let's explore how this works in a common spiritual practice, meditation. As we sit in stillness and begin to focus on our breath, we naturally draw energy to our respiratory system. We might notice a tingling sensation in our nostrils or a warmth in our chest. This is energy responding to our attention. As we deepen our meditation, we might choose to focus on a specific energy center, like the heart or the third eye. As we do this, we often feel a buildup of sensation in that area. This is energy accumulating in response to our focused attention. But it's not just about where we focus. The quality of our attention also affects how energy moves. When our focus is scattered or agitated, the energy flow can feel erratic or blocked. When our attention is calm and steady, the energy tends to flow more smoothly and powerfully. This is why many spiritual traditions emphasize the importance of cultivating a calm, one-pointed focus. It's not just about mental discipline, it's about creating the conditions for energy to flow optimally. Another important aspect of energy movement during spiritual practices is the concept of energy channels, or meridians. These are pathways through which life force energy flows in our bodies. In yoga, they're called nadis. In traditional Chinese medicine, they're known as meridians. When we engage in practices like yoga or qigong, we're often working directly with these energy channels. The physical postures and movements are designed to open and balance these pathways, allowing energy to flow more freely throughout our system.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
For example, when we perform a forward bend in yoga, we're not just stretching our hamstrings. We're also stimulating the energy channel that runs along the back of our legs and spine. This can create a sensation of energy release or even emotional release as blocked energy begins to flow. Understanding these energy pathways can greatly enhance our spiritual practices. We can learn to sense where energy is stuck or deficient in our system and use specific techniques to address these imbalances. As we conclude this first part of our exploration, I invite you to bring awareness to the energy in your body right now. Can you sense areas of tingling, warmth, or vibration? How does your energy respond as you shift your attention to different parts of your body? Remember, this awareness of energy is not just an interesting sensation, it's a gateway to deeper spiritual understanding and transformation. By learning to work consciously with the energy in our bodies, we open ourselves to profound experiences of connection, healing, and awakening. Breath as the bridge, transforming energy and consciousness through spiritual practice. As we continue our exploration of energy movement during spiritual practices, let's focus on the transformative power of breath. Breath is not just a biological function, it's a bridge between the physical and the spiritual, a tool for manipulating the flow of energy in our bodies. In many spiritual traditions, the breath is seen as a direct link to life force energy. The ancient yogis called this energy prana, and they developed numerous techniques to control and direct it through breathwork, or pranayama. When we engage in conscious breathing, we're doing more than just taking in oxygen. We're actively influencing the flow of energy throughout our entire system. Each inhale draws in fresh energy, while each exhale releases stagnant or unwanted energy. Let's examine how this works on a practical level. Take a moment to close your eyes and take a deep, slow breath. As you inhale, visualize energy entering your body through your nostrils. Feel it spreading through your chest, down into your abdomen, and then throughout your entire body. As you exhale, imagine releasing any tension, stress, or negativity. This simple exercise demonstrates how we can use breath to move energy intentionally. But the effects go much deeper than just relaxation. Regular practice of conscious breathing can lead to profound shifts in our energy system and our consciousness. For instance, certain breathing techniques can stimulate specific energy centers or chakras. Breathing deeply into the lower abdomen activates the root chakra, promoting feelings of stability and groundedness. Focusing the breath in the chest area stimulates the heart chakra, enhancing our capacity for love and compassion. Advanced breathing techniques can create even more dramatic energy movements. The practice of breath of fire in Kundalini Yoga, for example, involves rapid diaphragmatic breathing that generates heat and moves energy forcefully up the spine. This can lead to intense experiences of energy awakening and altered states of consciousness. It's important to note that as we work with breath and energy, we may encounter blockages or resistance. These are often areas where we hold emotional or physical tension. As energy begins to move through these blocked areas, we might experience temporary discomfort, strong emotions, or even physical sensations like tingling or heat. This is a natural part of the process. Energy is working to clear these blockages, much like water breaking through a dam. It's crucial to approach this process with patience and self-compassion. Each release of blocked energy brings us closer to a state of balance and flow. Another key aspect of energy movement during spiritual practices is the concept of energy circulation. Many traditions teach techniques for circulating energy through specific pathways in the body. In Taoist practices, for instance, there's a technique called the Microcosmic Orbit, where energy is guided in a loop up the spine and down the front of the body. These circulation practices serve multiple purposes. They help to distribute energy evenly throughout our system, preventing imbalances. They also help to refine and purify our energy, much like blood circulating through the body becomes purified as it passes through various organs. As we become more adept at circulating energy, we may begin to experience a sense of internal wholeness and unity. The boundaries between different parts of our body start to blur, and we feel more integrated both physically and energetically. This brings us to a profound truth. The ultimate goal of working with energy in spiritual practices is not just to feel good or have interesting experiences. It's to realize our fundamental nature as energy beings, intimately connected with the energy of the universe. As you continue your spiritual practices, I encourage you to pay close attention to the subtle movements of energy in your body. How does energy respond to different techniques? Where do you feel blockages, and how can you gently encourage energy to flow through these areas? Remember, this work with energy is not separate from your everyday life. The awareness and skills you develop in your spiritual practices can be applied to every moment, helping you navigate life with greater ease, clarity, and vitality. The Alchemy of Awakening. Energy transmutation in deep meditation. As we delve deeper into the realms of spiritual practice, we encounter states of consciousness where energy moves in ways that transcend ordinary experience. In deep meditation, our energy doesn't just flow, it transforms. This alchemical process is the key to profound spiritual awakening and the realization of our true nature. When we enter deep meditative states, our energy system undergoes a remarkable shift. The scattered, often chaotic energy of our everyday mind begins to coalesce and refine. It's as if the myriad streams of our thoughts and emotions are being distilled into a single, powerful current of awareness. This process often begins with a sensation of energy gathering at the base of the spine. In many traditions, this area is associated with the root chakra, the foundation of our energy system. As we settle into meditation, we might feel a warmth or tingling sensation here, as if energy is pooling, preparing for its ascent. As our meditation deepens, this energy begins to rise. It may move in waves or pulses, or as a steady, continuous flow. Some practitioners describe it as a serpent-like movement coiling up the spine. Others experience it as a column of light or warmth ascending through the central channel of the body. This rising energy activates each chakra or energy center it encounters. As it does, we may experience a variety of sensations and insights. When it reaches the heart center, for instance, we might feel a blossoming of compassion or a sense of expansive love. As it activates the throat chakra, we might gain clarity about our truth or life purpose. The apex of this energy movement is often described as a union of ascending and descending currents. The energy that has risen from the base meets a downpouring of energy from above, often visualized as flowing in through the crown of the head. When these currents meet, it can trigger experiences of profound bliss, clarity, or unity consciousness. It's important to understand that this process isn't just about pleasant sensations or interesting experiences. This movement and refinement of energy is actually changing us at a fundamental level. It's purifying our entire system, clearing out old patterns, beliefs, and traumas that no longer serve us. Think of it as a spiritual detox. Just as a physical detox might cause temporary discomfort as toxins are released, this energetic purification can sometimes be intense. We might experience strong emotions, physical sensations, or even revisit old memories. This is all part of the process of clearing out the old to make way for the new. As this purification occurs, our energy body becomes a clearer channel for higher frequencies of consciousness. we become more attuned to subtle energies, more aligned with our true nature, more capable of embodying spiritual qualities in our everyday life. This is where the real magic happens. As our energy refines and our consciousness expands, we begin to perceive reality in a new way. The boundaries between self and other start to dissolve. We experience moments of non-dual awareness, where we recognize the essential oneness of all things. In these states, energy no longer feels confined to our individual body. We might experience ourselves as a field of awareness, intimately connected with all of life. Some describe this as a sense of merging with the universe or dissolving into pure consciousness. These experiences aren't just momentary highs. They leave lasting imprints on our energy system and our psyche. Each time we touch these expanded states, we're creating new neural pathways, new energetic patterns. We're literally rewiring ourselves to be able to sustain higher levels of consciousness. But here's a crucial point. While these exalted states are beautiful and transformative, the true measure of our spiritual progress is how we embody this energy in our daily lives. Can we bring the peace, love, and clarity we experience in deep meditation into our relationships, our work, our everyday challenges? This is the real work of spiritual transformation. It's not about escaping into blissful states, but about integrating those higher energies into our human experience. It's about becoming a clear channel for divine energy to flow through us and into the world. As you continue your spiritual practices, pay attention to how energy moves and transforms within you. Notice the subtle shifts in your consciousness as energy refines and expands. But also notice how these inner changes manifest in your outer life. Are you becoming more compassionate, more authentic, more aligned with your highest purpose? Remember, the ultimate goal of all this energy work is not just personal transformation, but the transformation of our collective consciousness. As we elevate our individual energy, we contribute to the elevation of the whole. The Radiant Human, embodying divine energy in everyday life. As we reach the culmination of our exploration into the movement of energy during spiritual practices, we arrive at perhaps the most crucial aspect: how to sustain and embody these elevated states of consciousness in our daily lives. This is where the rubber meets the road on our spiritual journey, where our inner work manifests in tangible ways in the world. The challenge we face is this: how do we maintain the high-frequency energy we experience in meditation or other spiritual practices when we step back into the often chaotic and lower vibration environment of everyday life? How do we become stable channels for spiritual energy amidst the noise and distraction of the modern world? The key lies in understanding that spiritual energy is not something separate from our everyday existence. It's not a special state we enter only during meditation or yoga. Rather, it's the very essence of who we are, always present, always available. Our task is to remove the barriers that prevent us from experiencing and expressing this energy consistently. One powerful practice for maintaining high-frequency energy throughout the day is what I call energy anchoring. This involves setting energetic intentions at key points during your day. For example, when you wake up in the morning, take a few moments to consciously connect with the spiritual energy within you. Visualize it filling your body, radiating out from your heart. Set the intention to carry this energy with you throughout the day. You can reinforce this energy anchoring at transition points in your day, before starting work, during your lunch break, When you return home in the evening, each time, take a few deep breaths, reconnect with that inner spiritual energy, and recommit to expressing it in your activities and interactions. Another powerful tool is the practice of energy awareness. This involves maintaining a constant, subtle awareness of the energy flowing through and around you. As you go about your day, periodically check in with your energy. How does it feel? Is it flowing freely? Or do you sense any blockages? Are you maintaining that high-frequency vibration? Or have you gotten pulled into lower energy patterns? This ongoing energy awareness allows you to make adjustments in real time. If you notice your energy dropping, you can take a moment to breathe deeply, reconnect with your spiritual center, and raise your vibration. If you encounter a challenging situation, you can consciously choose to respond from a place of higher energy rather than reacting from a lower state. It's also crucial to understand that our environment and the people around us have a significant impact on our energy. We're constantly engaged in energetic exchanges with our surroundings. This doesn't mean we need to isolate ourselves from the world, but it does mean we need to be mindful of these interactions. Practice what I call energetic boundaries. This involves visualizing a protective field of light around you that allows positive energy to flow in and out, but filters out lower vibrations. When you encounter negative people or situations, imagine this field strengthening, keeping your own energy stable and high. At the same time, cultivate relationships and environments that support your high-frequency state. Seek out people who inspire and uplift you. Create spaces in your home that feel sacred and energetically clean. Spend time in nature, which naturally resonates at a high frequency. Remember, maintaining high spiritual energy isn't about being in a constant state of bliss or avoiding all negative experiences. It's about developing the capacity to hold a stable, elevated vibration even in the face of challenges. It's about being able to respond to life's ups and downs from a place of centered awareness rather than reactive emotion. This brings us to a fundamental truth. The ultimate practice is to see all of life as a spiritual practice. Every interaction, every task, every challenge is an opportunity to embody and express your highest energy. Washing dishes can be a meditation on presence. A difficult conversation can be an opportunity to practice compassion. A moment of frustration can be a chance to choose a higher response. As you move through your day, ask yourself, how can I bring more light to this moment? How can I be a channel for higher energy in this situation? This ongoing inquiry keeps you aligned with your spiritual purpose and helps you integrate your inner work into your outer life. Finally, understand that this is a journey, not a destination. There will be times when you lose connection with that higher energy, when you get pulled into lower vibrations. That's okay. The key is to cultivate compassion for yourself and simply return to your practice. Each time you reconnect with that spiritual energy, you strengthen your capacity to maintain it. As we conclude our exploration, I invite you to reflect on how you can become a more consistent embodiment of spiritual energy in your daily life. How can you bridge the gap between your deepest meditative states and your everyday consciousness? How can you become a beacon of light, radiating high-frequency energy into the world around you? Remember, as you do this work, you're not just transforming yourself, you're contributing to the elevation of collective consciousness. Each time you choose to respond from a place of higher energy, you create a ripple effect that touches everyone around you. You are a radiant being of light, capable of channeling divine energy into this world. Embrace this truth, live it fully, and watch as your life and the lives of those around you are transformed by the power of your embodied spiritual energy.